How you doing, Bloomington? This is Chief Booker Hodges here today, and I'm going to talk to you about two traffic stop instances that recently took place in our city. So the first one that I'm going to talk to you about, a lot of people know that in our community and communities throughout Minnesota, we're experiencing a high volume of auto thefts. So on April 29th at around 6:20 in the evening, our officers observed a vehicle that had one of the back windows had been broken and taped over. This is normally, it can be an indicator that the vehicle may be stolen, because a lot of times people are popping out the back windows and jumping in the vehicles, and that's how they're getting in and them stealing them. Some of you may or may not have seen YouTube videos that have depicted this. So our officer goes to investigate the vehicle. The vehicle has loud exhaust around, and it's at Bobby and Steve's Auto World on France Avenue. Our officer goes to initiate a traffic stop, and the person decides they don't want to stop. And this is Bloomington. Understand me when I tell you that. If you run from us, we're going to do what we need to do to safely apprehend you. So we do pursue vehicles here, and we do it safely. So the person decided to run. An officer ended up following them onto 100 northbound, and I'm just going to briefly show this brief clip here on Highway 100 and 77th Street, where an officer ended up catching up to the vehicle and executing a pit maneuver, as you see here. The result of that pit maneuver was the arrest of Mr. Tate Thomas Ongdal, 46 years old. He was arrested for fleeing police. And the other thing is he also had an active warrant for fleeing police. So he fled from us, and you know what's customary here in Bloomington. If you break the law and run, we're going to lock you up. So he's locked up right now in the Hennepin County Jail on a $40,000 bail. Hopefully he won't run from the police anymore, because obviously these things can be dangerous, but our officers executed a successful pit maneuver here, and he was taken into custody. The next traffic stop I'm going to talk to you about here took place on April 27th. There was a lyrics to a song that goes as follows. They see me rolling, patrolling, trying to catch me riding dirty. And this next person that I'm going to talk to you about was riding more dirty than Pigpen. And for those from Minnesota, we know Pigpen from Schultz and Peanuts and Charlie Brown. This dude was rolling real dirty. So our officers ended up stopping this person. They observed the vehicle. The vehicle came back to an individual that had a license that was canceled, amenable to public safety, or we commonly refer to that as DAC IPS. That is a gross misdemeanor. To get your license, to get that status, you have to have had multiple DWI offenses. And you go to jail when you get caught driving when your license is DAC IPS. So our officers stopped the vehicle. The vehicle is occupied by a male and 3 kids who are getting taken to school. So obviously, you can't drive like that. So our officer goes to arrest the person, and lo and behold, in their pocket, with a woman and 3 kids in the car, they have some narcotics. And I'm not talking about marijuana in their pocket. They had crack in their pocket with their kids and a woman in the car. So subsequently, our officers end up, because obviously he's under arrest, searching the vehicle. And they discover a lot of drugs in the car. I'm going to put this picture up here just to kind of give you a glimpse. I'm going to hold it up, but I think we'll try and get it close up here for you. The person here had 160 grams of crack cocaine, individually packaged for sale. 160 grams of crack cocaine. 16 grams of meth. Over 4.5 grams of fentanyl, and 4.5 pounds of weed. Well, they're going to make weed legal anyway, so we'll just forget that he has that. In addition to that, he had 4 guns. 4. And 2 were stolen. We're going to show you some pictures here just of the 3 different handguns. The other gun, I couldn't get a picture here in time. 4 guns. 2 of them are stolen. And to make matters worse, Mr. James Wheeler couldn't have any of those guns. He's a convicted felon. He's got a long, extensive criminal history of possessing firearms and narcotics. So, obviously, you can't have crack, meth, fentanyl in your car with your kids as you're driving them to school. So, we locked him up, and I'm going to read you what he's charged with currently right now in the Hennepin County Jail. You don't break the law here and drive your kids to school with 2 stolen guns, crack, meth, and fentanyl. So he's locked up in the Hennepin County Jail, and the criminal complaint right now, he is charged with 6 counts. 1 count of aggravated controlled substance crime in the 1st degree and firearm. 1 count of aggravated controlled crime, 1st degree, and firearm. 1 count, 1st degree, 10 grams or more of cocaine, methamphetamine, and a firearm. 3rd degree, sale of narcotics. 3rd degree, possess 10 or more grams of narcotics. And 5th degree, felony possession of marijuana. And he is currently being held in the Hennepin County Jail. And I think his bail is pretty high here. But he's in jail right now. Even though I'm talking about him today, I want to thank him for cooperating and not fleeing. A lot of times when people have this type of stuff in their car and they see us coming, they run. He didn't. He cooperated. But nonetheless, you cannot have this type of stuff in your vehicle. And he is on jail right now with a $100,000 bond. Now, the woman in the car who was with him, I'm not going to show her because she's not currently charged yet, but we did lock her up too. We'll see what happens with that. But I want to say something here. Our kids. We have a lot of juvenile crime going on out there right now. And we're driving around in cars, stolen guns, and narcotics. What do our kids see? And what are we seeing on the street? So I hope Mr. Wheeler really gets the help this time that he needs so he can't come back out here in the street and do this with kids in the car with this large amount of dope and these guns. We can't have that. And if you do that in this city, we're going to lock you up. But I hope he gets the help that he needs. So with that, we'll see you back here next week. And next week, I do have my public safety presentation before the Bloomington City Council on May 8th. And I'll be back next week, and I may or may not do a video on some juvenile crime trends that we're seeing here in Bloomington. So with that, have a great day.